Now that we know how to multiply and divide as well as simplify rational expressions, let's get into solving. We have here x squared minus 25 over x minus 5 equal to 14. The first thing we're going to do is factor the rational expression on the left side as much as possible. So I see that x squared minus 25 is a difference of squares. So I have x plus 5, x minus 5 when I factor that out. And that's still over x minus 5, and it's equal to 14. The next thing we want to do is we want to make note of what x can't equal. And I see, because we have an x minus 5 down here, x cannot equal 5, because then we get 0 in the denominator, which makes it undefined. But now we need to cancel. I see that I can cancel the x minus 5's, which actually then leaves me with an equation that's left being x plus 5 equal to 14. I subtract 5 from both sides, and I get x is equal to 9. Now, checking back here, seeing that our x that we got does not equal 5, that means that our solution is x equals 9. Looking at the next example, we have x squared plus x minus 12 over x plus 4 equal to negative 7. So the first thing I want to do is factor. I see that x squared plus x minus 12, I need to have two binomials, x and x in the front, that multiply to negative 12, add the positive 1. That means one of them needs to be positive, one needs to be negative. They need to be one apart, and the bigger one needs to be positive. And that's positive 4 and negative 3. And we have that over x plus 4 equal to negative 7. I'm going to make note, x cannot equal negative 4 because negative 4 plus 4 is 0. That would put a 0 in the denominator, making it undefined. If we go ahead and cancel, the x plus 4's cancel, which leaves me with x minus 3 equal to negative 7. If I add 3 to both sides, I get x is equal to negative 4. But as you can see, we said x cannot equal negative 4, which therefore in this case means that we have no solution. So you need to make sure you're careful of what leaves it undefined to solve it. And so we want to also make sure we check our solution. If we go back up to this one and I put in 9 for x, and I'm going to write my check over here. If we take 9 squared minus 25 and 9 minus 5. 9 squared is 81. 81 minus 25 and 9 minus 5 is 4. 81 minus 25 is 56. 56 divided by 4 does in fact equal 14. And so we know that one works out. Now if we go back here, if you had just settled for negative 4, if we put that in here, negative 4 squared plus negative 4 minus 12. Negative 4 squared is 16. So we have 16 minus 4 minus 12. And 16 minus 4 is 12. 12 minus 12 is 0. And then if we put negative 4 plus 4, we get 0 over 0. And while 0 over 0 appears to work, number 1, it doesn't equal negative 7. And number 2, this is undefined. Your job now is to go ahead and complete the 2 U-try problems, write your summaries, and bring your questions with you to class tomorrow.